I'm going to tell you guys a story. So back in 2011, back before it was cool, I decided college was not for me. I was studying business, and I quickly realized that when you're studying business, you don't necessarily even need a degree, because if you're going to be working for yourself, what's the point? Now, I get it. If you're a doctor or a lawyer or something, like obviously you're going to need a degree, but that was not me. So at about that time, I kind of went my own separate way. I had just gone through a pretty big breakup, and I was essentially on my own, where I was just like in my own lane, focused on establishing a career and like really focusing on like what I was wanting to do with my life. Now, on the same turn, I had a lot of conversations with friends that were kind of going like, the typical route that everybody tells you to go. It's like go to college, take on debt. When you come out, you're going to have a 9 to 5, and then like everything's going to be happy. You're going to have a family and blah, blah, blah. And I kind of saw the writing on the wall, like that's just not where we are anymore in the world. And that was just not something that I wanted. I always wanted to push for something better, and I wanted to be extraordinary with, the way I live my life. And so I spent the better part of, I would probably say, 3 years learning, one, to be alone and be like self-sufficient, learn how to make sales and how businesses work. I understood how the banking system works. And so when you kind of connect all of those dots, it really teaches you not only about yourself, but how life kind of functions. And it kind of gives you the framework of what you want your life to be. And so I went back to my hometown, and I kind of saw like the people that I kind of used to hang out with. And there's no bad blood or like hard feelings or anything like that, but naturally we just kind of drift, because when they go down like their college route, or maybe they want to start a family really early on, or whatever the case may be, that was just always not, that wasn't my plan. So naturally you're going to gravitate, because if you have bigger ambitions than most people, and then you're by definition aiming for something above the average lifestyle. So you have to be willing to go out and kind of be on your own, which is essentially called the lonely chapter. And so I think that a man's life goes in two directions. One, you go to college, you get a girl pretty early on, and you don't really strive to be ultra successful or ambitious, because you can only go so far when you're trying to raise a family and you have somebody else in mind that you need to take care of. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, all the power to you. But if you're an entrepreneur and you know that you want to, become a millionaire, or really rank up when it comes to your business or whatever the case may be, you're going to have to sacrifice and put that, on the back burner until you become successful and you set up your life in a way that you can successfully manage the company and manage a relationship, because both require a lot of work, and it's a lot of sacrifices and giving and taking when it comes to what you want in life. Now, I think that men have a little bit more of time when it comes to the relationships. So I think that there's nothing wrong if you're going to start a family in your 30s or anything like that. So my thesis always was, I want to become as successful as I can. I want to be able to move